Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 42 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Now today we're going to jump into the 2020 playoffs, so if you're excited for that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content as we continue the road to 100 subscribers. So we're going to get all the way up to the World Series today. Not going to show the World Series, that'll be next episode. And that will round up year one. And so expect the off-season live stream, I'd say at this point, probably next Saturday. I've been busy this week with stuff, especially with Labor Day weekend. And then I'm busy, basically for the next week due to school starting back up. So expect the live stream to be next Saturday. But we're going to show the first two wild card games first. We're going to look at those games, show those highlights, and then we're going to jump into the division rounds. So let's get started with the first of two wild card games, being the NL wild card. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks playing the St. Louis Cardinals at Busch Stadium. One game to decide who will face the Dodgers in the next round. Here are the lineups for both teams going on. The Diamondbacks, they finished 86 and 77, led by Stephen Vogt, Cole Calhoun, Ketel Marte. While the Cardinals, they went 86 and 76, so beat the Diamondbacks by a half game because the Diamondbacks had to play the playing game with Chicago. They were led by Paul Goldschmidt and trade deadline pickup Lourdes Gurriel Jr. On the mound for St. Louis will be Jack Flaherty, who was the first round pick back in 2014, had a pretty solid season. He's going to start off his day with Rojas in the first inning. He's going to get a full count. It's going to be shot to the gap in left center. Going to go up against the wall, and Rojas, he's going to have a quick double to start his day. Go though later in the inning, 2 outs, and it's going to be a strikeout swing. So Flaherty settling down, gets Ketel Marte to swing through it. On the mound for the Diamondbacks will be Zach Gallen, the New Jersey native, was acquired at the deadline last year from the Miami Marlins, and he's had a pretty solid year and a half in Arizona. So he is the game decider for the Diamondbacks. He starts his bottom of the first, and he gets Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the brother of Yuli, to swing through and strike him out. Top two now. Stephen Vogt shoots it, and it's misplayed, it looks like, by the third baseman. That will go down as an error. So now you have runners on first and second, and it's going to be past the diving man. That's going to get all the way up to the wall now. 1 run's going to come around, 2 runs are going to come around. That is an RBI double, 2 RBI double for the Diamondbacks, and they take a 2-0 series lead. Next batter is going to pop it up into foul territory, so that'll end at the top of the second. Nice play by the first baseman Goldschmidt. Bottom 2 now, Gallen. He's really starting to settle in. There's a strikeout swinging and a throw out at first. How about bottom 3 now, Gallen gets Josh Reddick to swing on the full count. The former Astro goes down, and Zach Gallen starting to dominate these Cardinals. Top 4 back to the Diamondbacks, and they're going to get a single up the middle, runner on first. So that's going to be 2 out little rally here for the Diamondbacks, runners on first and second. Next batter, though, he's going to pop up in the infield, so Flaherty, he's starting to settle down as well. And it is still a 2-0 game after 3.5. Bottom 4, Paul Goldschmidt leading off for the Cardinals. He's going to draw the walk, so leadoff walk for the Cardinals. That's going to bring 2 outs now, and it's a little wild pitch as Gallen has some trouble fielding that one. And it's going to be a runner on second now with 2 outs, as that will go down as a wild pitch. But the very next pitch will be a ground out to the second baseman, and Gallen's through 4 scoreless. Top 5 now for the Diamondbacks. Flaherty still on the mound. He gets a hold of this one, and that's going to get to right field and off the wall. Josh Reddick has to play it off the wall, and that's going to be a leadoff double for the Diamondbacks, looking to still pile up some more runs. Next batter, he's going to shoot this one up at the middle, base hit. That's going to score the runner from second, and it is now a 3-0 game for the Diamondbacks. That'll be it also for Jack Flaherty as Kwang Hyun Kim comes into the game, 6'2", 195. The former KBO MVP signed a 2-year, $11 million contract in the offseason. He will take them out with the runners on first and second, 1 out. Gets a little bit of an inside jam, but he gets through the infield, and it's going to score a run. So the Diamondbacks not done scoring runs. It's now 4-0. 2 batters later, however, well, actually the very next batter, Stephen Vogt, he's going to shoot this one between the gap in first and second. So that's going to be another run as Josh Reddick's throw will be late, and it is now a 5-0 lead for the Diamondbacks. Stephen Vogt 2 batters later, though, runners on first and second still, and it's going to be a pop-up to deep center field. but not deep enough. So we got a 5-0 ball game here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Zach Gallen's still on the mound. He's going to give up this base hit, so the Cardinals will score a run as left fielder has some trouble with it. It is now a 5-1 ball game. And that's going to do it for Zach Gallen. Very solid performance, but Junior Guerra is going to come in now, a 35-year-old Venezuelan who's had a very up and down season. So very interesting call by the Diamondbacks here, but he's going to get the ground double play ball as a 5-4 double play. Top 7 now, Diamondbacks back at the plate. Runner on second with 1 out. It's base hit up the middle, and that's going to get the run right back as it's now a 6-1 game for the Diamondbacks. Stephen Vogt, another RBI single. Very next batter, Cole Calhoun sends this one deep to right center. And that ball is no doubt gone as the Diamondbacks now up 8-1 thanks to that 2-run jack, as the Cardinals just watching their postseason hopes grow dimmer and dimmer. And that's actually going to do it for this one. 8-1. Cardinals really don't have a shot to come back in this one. So the Diamondbacks will take this one in St. Louis. Final score was 10-2. So it only got worse for the Cardinals, as the Diamondbacks will move on to face their NL West rival Dodgers, while the Cardinals will head home. Josh Rojas was your player of the game, 5 for 6, as they scored 10 runs on 17 hits, while the Cardinals scored 2 runs on 6 hits. So take a look at the playoff bracket. Diamondbacks move on. Now we're going to go to the AL West, or the AL side, where the Rays will meet the Red Sox. A little bit of an AL East wildcard matchup here at Fenway Park between division rivals. As we take a look at the lineups for this game, Rays finished 92-70 at G-Man Choi, who made the All-Star appearance, while the Red Sox 97-65 have a very solid core. JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts anchor that middle. On the mound for the Red Sox, this will probably be the biggest difference maker of the game, as Chris Sale takes him out, the AL MVP, not just the Cy Young, the MVP. 2.25 ERA on the season, 21-4, as the left-hander just absolutely dominated this season. Starts off 1 out, Wander Franco at the plate. He's going to hit this one deep to right center. It's got a chance, but it's going to come up short and bounce over the wall. So 1 out, ground rule double for the Rays. However, 2 outs now, and Hunter Renfroe is going to line it up the middle, and it's going to get through and is going to allow Franco to score. So the Rays do get a run in the top of the first on Chris Sale. That might come in handy later, as it's going to go next batter to Yandy Diaz, 1-2 to him, and he's going to line it straight at the first baseman. So Rays get 1 in the top of the first, and on the mound for the Rays will be Blake Snell. So the former Cy Young Award winner in 2018 will take them out. So it's a battle of Cy Youngs here in Fenway, which means runs may be at a premium. And he's going to get Xander Bogaerts in the bottom of the first, striking out, swinging. Bottom 2 now, Christian Vasquez. He's going to poach this one into right field, a little bloop single, as that'll get down for a base hit. Next batter is Kevin Pillar, and he's going to take a full count and hit it deep to center field, very deep actually, and it just misses a home run ball to deep center field. But nonetheless, Kevin Pillar, he's going to get all the way into third base with the RBI triple. So just like that, we are tied up at 1 once more. Michael Chavis, 1-2 to him. He's going to strike out. And then the very next batter, Mitch Moreland, 2-2 to him. He's going to strike out as well. So Blake Snell getting the back-to-back strikeouts, but does give up a run. Bottom 3 now, JD Martinez at the plate, and he gets a hold of this one deep left center. And that ball is going to clear the green monster for a solo shot. JD Martinez, 405 feet. 2-run solo jack makes it a 2-1 game now for the Red Sox, as they jump out to their first lead of the ballgame. Fenway crowd packed is loving what they're seeing, as the winner of this series will face the New York Yankees next. So you'd love to see another Red Sox-Yankees matchup. Now we're going to go top 4. Mike Zunino, he gets a hold of this one deep to left field, but is not going to land fair, so just misses a home run. He will, however, draw the walk, so we'll have runners on first and second, 2 outs now. And the next batter, Joey Wendell, at the top of the order, is going to ground right into the shortstop, Bogaerts, and he will record the out. So Rays still down by 1. We're going to go bottom 5, where Charlie Morton enters the game. 35 appearances on the season, 339 ERA, as the former Astro and two-time All-Star will start his day with Colin Moran, and he will hit this one deep to right field, and that ball is out of here. Colin Moran solo jack on the very first batter for Charlie Morton, and it is now a 3-1 game in Fenway. The long ball starting to fly for the Red Sox, as Charlie Morton is not off to a good start in this one. So Red Sox now up by 2. We'll have to see if that comes in handy later. As we go top 6, Chris Sale still in the game. He's going to get G-Man Choi to lace one to right field, and is going to rattle up and get over the wall. So another ground rule double. So this time for G-Man Choi. Mike Zunino up again. He's going to draw another walk. So we have runners on first and second with 2 outs for Joey Wendell, and he's going to pop it to right field, but not deep enough as the Rays strand 2 more runs in the top of the 6th. Now we're going to go top 9. Brandon Workman's going to come into the game, try to close it out of the pen. He had 16 saves on the season. 2 outs, runner on first, Wander Franco, and he's going to line this one to left field, but caught by the left fielder, and that'll do it here in Boston. Red Sox move on to the ALDS 3-1. As Chris Sale locks it down after giving up 1 in the first. He gets the win. Snell will get that loss, and Workman will get the save. Colin Moran 1 for 3 with a home run. That solo shot for the Red Sox. So here is your DS matchups. In the AL, you have Minnesota and Oakland, and then Yankees, Red Sox. In the NL, it's the defending champ Nationals hosting the Milwaukee Brewers, the NL Central champs. While also have the MLB best Dodgers playing host to their NL West rival Arizona Diamondbacks. So what I'm going to do for the DS is we're just going to sim the series, and I'll show you guys the results, and we'll go over the games. So it looks like in the AL, the Athletics and the Yankees move on, both winning 3-2, while in the NL, the Nationals and the Dodgers move on. So chalk through, as Dodgers went 5 games with the Diamondbacks, the Nationals went 4 games with the Brewers. So let's break down the game, starting off with the AL, Yankees, Red Sox. Yankees took game 1 in New York thanks to a 11-inning thriller, 2-1. But Boston will bounce back. They bounced back with 2-0 win, giving the Yankees only 2 hits in that game. Then the series went to Fenway. The Yankees won another extra inning thriller, 11 innings, 4-3. And then 4-1 was the Red Sox. So decided a game 5 as they went back to New York, and New York blistered the Red Sox 11-5. Bats really started to wake up in this one, and the Yankees moved on. In the other AL series, the Oakland Athletics and the Minnesota Twins. Twins took game 1 4-2, while game 2 went the way of the Athletics 8-2. So the Athletics coming back before traveling to Minnesota, where Minnesota will take the first one 5-0, 1 hitter, as the Athletics only were able to manage 1 hit throughout that game. It was Marcus Semien. But then game 4, the Athletics come back. They win 6-0, only allowing 3 hits for the deciding game 5 back at the Coliseum. And the Athletics win 7-2, kind of blowing out the Twins, just like almost basically what happened in the Yankees-Red Sox series. So that sets up Athletics-Yankees in the AL. On the NL, the Los Angeles Dodgers, they actually lost game 1 to the Diamondbacks 3-2 at 12 hits on 3 runs. Game 2, however, went the way of the Dodgers 7-2 with 7 runs on 7 hits. Now going to Chase Field in the desert. Game 3 was won by the Dodgers again, 6-3, 6 runs on 16 hits. As 3 of those were by Gavin Lux and Cody Bellinger apiece. But game 4 went the way of Arizona, 6-5. Dodgers tried to mount a comeback in the 9th, didn't work out. So that meant a deciding game 5 back at Los Angeles, and they just wiped the floor with the Diamondbacks 13-1, punching their ticket to the NLCS once more. And that leaves one more series in the NL's Nationals Brewers, and actually forgot to show the game by game for this one, so I apologize for that. The Nationals did win 3-1. They won game 1, dropped game 2, but then won games 3 and 4. So in the AL, we have Athletics, Yankees, NL, Nationals, Dodgers. If there is a game 7, I will show it. If not, we're just going to sim ahead. And there was not a game 7, but there was a shocker, as in the AL, the Athletics swept the Yankees 4-0, while in the NL, the Dodgers won 4-2 over the Nationals. Let's take a look at the ALCS, see what happened. Well, game 1 was won by the Athletics thanks to a 6-run 5th inning, as they win 10-9 in this one. As Franklin Montas got the win, Luis Severino gave up the 7 runs in 4 innings. Game 2, 8-2 for the Athletics. Stephen Piscotty went yard for them. Couple of triples in this one, as the Yankees just couldn't hit home the runs when it mattered, as Mengden got the win. Game 3 in Oakland, 2-1, so a low-scoring matchup, but still went the way of the Athletics. LeMahieu had a solo shot, but the Athletics had a RBIs by Canna and Chapman, and Garrett Cole's performance was not enough. And then Game 4, it went 14 innings, but the Athletics won 7-5, punching their ticket to the World Series, as Chris Davis hit the 2-run walk-off in the 14th for the Athletics to send them on their way. In the National League, Dodgers won Game 1 7-6 over the defending champs, thanks to Gavin Lux's 3-hit performance once more, as well as Smith, the catcher. Max Muncy also had 2 bombs of his own. Clayton Kershaw, 5 runs in 5 innings, so not very good for him. Game 2 also went the way of the Dodgers, 8-3, so both games in LA went the way of LA, as Turner was the big hitter here for the Dodgers. He had a home run and 3 RBIs, and the NL MVP had a home run as well. Game 3 in Washington, though, went the way of the Nationals, 5-3, so they didn't go down 3-0, as Turner went yard for the Dodgers once more. And the Nationals were led by the bats of Eaton and Suzuki. Price on the mound for the Dodgers had a good performance, but wasn't able to get it done. Game 4 went the way of the Dodgers. They went up 10-5 in this one, 7 runs in the final 2 innings, so they're up 3-1 at this point. So a very looking beak for the Nationals going into the last game of the NLCS in Washington. And they did win the last game in Washington 7-6. It took 14 innings, as both teams also scored a run in the 13th. So the Nationals trying to fight before going back to Los Angeles, as they were led by Kurt Suzuki, who went 4 for 6 in this game, including a home run and 3 RBIs. And Game 6 went back to Los Angeles, and that's where the Nationals kind of just fell apart, losing 4-0, only 5 hits in this game. And the Dodgers punched their ticket to the World Series, where we're going to have Athletics Dodgers. So let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the comments below. I want to see your World Series predictions. But here's another look at the bracket, and give you a little bit a rundown through history. Athletics, they're seeking their 10th World Series title, their first since '89. The Dodgers are seeking their first since '88, and their 3rd attempt in 4 years. One player they will not have is Mookie Betts, who will be out for the next 1 to 2 months, so he will miss the World Series. We'll have to see if that is going to be a game changer. In terms of how often these teams have matched up in the World Series, this will actually be the 3rd meeting between the Athletics and the Dodgers in the World Series. The series is tied at 1 apiece. Athletics won 4-1 back in 1974, and the Dodgers won 4-1 in 1988. So let me know your predictions down below. I think the Dodgers are going to win, and I think history will repeat itself. It'll be another 4-1. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. That'll be the next episode here in the Astros series. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as we are on the road to 100 subscribers. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.